journey into sound.
Now, here comes the music.
What is DJing?
Ultimately,
DJing
means honestly expressing yourself.
The world's first DJ dance party was thrown by a key figure in 1943, who played jazz records for his guests. A few years later, he became the first man to use turntables to keep the music in continuous play. The first discotheque opened in Paris, Whiskey A Go Go, in 1947. Discotheques continued to spawn themselves throughout the United States and Europe. New equipment hit the market, such as the mixer, allowing DJs to have more control over their tunes. In 1969, a DJ by the name of Francis Grasso became popularizing beat matching. Seamlessly mixing his songs to the dancing never had to stop, like this. Hip-hop and electronic music blended, bringing in the disco era of the 1970s. The new dance clubs were pioneers in what they did away with the live acts completely, leaving DJs to do their thing all night. In 1975, a hip-hop DJ called Grand Wizard Theodore accidentally discovered the scratching technique, when a DJ manually moves a record up and down on the needle, warping the sound, like this. In the early 80s, a club in Chicago called The Warehouse opened up, and the DJs that spun there began to create a whole new sound. It was called house music. House music remains today one of the biggest and brightest genres of electronic dance music, with artists such as Calvin Harris and Avicii. Not to be outdone, Detroit began creating a sound of its own, known to us all by now as straight techno. In 1985, the Winter Music Conference, formed in Lauderdale, Florida, became a mecca of sorts for DJs of all kinds and styles to come together and compare techniques. To this day, the conference is a week of ongoing parties climaxing in the two-day Ultra Music Festival held in Miami. The popularity of the rave scene, especially in Europe, brought DJs into celebrity status. In the 2000s, for most vinyl DJing has become a thing of the past with the new introduced DJ controllers. This allowed for DJs to perform better, such as Radio 1 star Annie Mac and millions of others.
Every song ends with a Coldplay sound-alike piano, doesn't it? Kylie, Into the Blue at Trax FM. Yeah. Well, the thing about being a mobile DJ is you can see your audience. You can see the effect that you have of choosing a song. When everybody gets on the dance floor, it's like what you create. I know you didn't do the song, but you've created their enthusiasm to get on the floor. I started at Hospital Radio in Worksop. There wasn't at that time. There are now, though. You've got obstacles of, for example, everything's on computer now, and there is a temptation to get the songs by not paying for them. By the law, you are supposed to own the original to that, so it's got to be something that you want to do. It's got to be in you. There you go.
When starting out as a DJ, all you need is inexpensive equipment. You'll need a laptop, a cheap DJ controller, some headphones and a DJ software app, as well as lots of enthusiasm. In order to get noticed, there are thousands of sites to upload your mixes, the most popular being SoundCloud. You'll need to treat a social networking site as your best friend and literally beg people to like and follow your mixes. At first, do cheap discos and gain experience, as from this you will progressively work your way up into the pubs and clubs.
next time. Good show, guys. See you in the morning.